Tawada, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ruhakadesh, Barakatan, Akia, Yasha, Jasharala. Okay, man. Okay, fam. This is gonna be the conclusion to the second part of the Deuteronomy. This is chapter 32 to the end, 34. Now let's get edified. This is the song of Moses, of Moshe. You know, that's where we left off. Then Moshe spoke in the hearing of the assembly of Israel, and the words of this song until they were ended. Give ears, O Shamayans, which is the heavens. I will speak, and hear, O Terad, which is the earth, the words of my mouth. Let my teaching drop as the rain, my speech distill as the dew, as rain drops on the tender herb, and as the showers on the grass. For I proclaim the name of Yahweh. I ascribe greatness to our Elohim. He is the rock. He is perfect. For all his ways are just. A Elohim of truth and without injustice. Righteous and upright is he. They have corrupted themselves. They are not his children because of this blemish. Because of their blemish, a perverse and crooked generation. Yeah, me talking about us, man. Do you same mistakes as our forefathers, man? Do you thus deal with the Most High, O foolish and unwise people? Yeah, man, I go for you 2/3 coon jakes and the jakes that are on the fence, man. You know, going to fucking hoping that Esau fixes this fucking abomination queendom, man. And I says here, okay, is he not your father? Yeah, he's our Abba who bought you. Has he not made you and established you? Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask your father, and he will show you. He will show you your elders, and they will tell you. When the Most High divided their inheritance to the nations, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the boundaries of the peoples according to the number of children of Israel. For Yahweh Elohim's portion is his people. Jacob is the place of his inheritance. Because we carry his name, man. He changed our father's name. He spoke to Jasharala, which means Yahweh's our strength. He found him in the desert land and in the wastelands, a howling wilderness. He encircled him, he instructed him, and he kept him as the apple of his eyes. As an eagle stirs up its nest, hovers over its young, spreading out its wings, taking up, carrying them on his wings. So the Most High alone led him. There was no foreign God with him. He made him ride in the heights of the earth. Yeah, man, our father, man, Jacob's ladder, he rode on Mount Zion, man. He went on the chariot, man, that he might eat the produce of the field. He made him draw honey from the rock and oil from the slitty rock, curds from the cattle and milk of the flock, with fat and lambs and rams of the breed of Bashan and goats with the choice wheat. And you drank wine, the blood of the grapes. But Jeshurun grew fat and kicked. You grew fat, you grew thick, you are obese. Then he forsook Yahweh his Elohim who made him, and scornfully esteemed the rock of his salvation. Man, we turn our back on our father, man, and that's why, you know, we plundered. They provoked him to jealous with foreign gods. Yeah, sounds familiar. Christians, Catholic, Muslim, all these worldly religions that you jakes belong to, I mean 2/3 of you. With abominations, they provoked him to anger. They sacrificed to demons, not to our Elohim. Yeah, man. Because that fucking moon, all these stars, they're fucking demons, man. To gods they did not know. To new gods, new arrivals that your fathers did not fear. Yeah, man, all these Eastern religion, all this garbage, man. Of the rock who begot you, you are unmindful and have forgotten the Elohim who fathered you, man. He's our Abba, our father. And when the Most High saw it, he spurned them because of the provocation of his sons and his daughters, see? And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end will be. For they are a perverse generation, children in whom is no faith. They have provoked me to jealous by what is not Elohim. They have moved me to anger by their foolish idols, man. Yeah, man. Worldly religions, man. But I provoked them to jealousy by those who are not a nation. I will move them to anger by a foolish nation. Yeah, a foolish nation is an Edomite, man. Base man, fucking cave-dwelling fucking animal, man. For my fire is kindled in my anger and shall burn to the lowest hell. It shall consume the earth with its increase and set on the fire the foundations of the mountains. Talking about these days, man, I'm getting. I will heap disaster on them. I will spend my arrows on them, and they shall waste with hunger, devoured by pestilence and bitter destruction. I will Also send against them the teeth of beasts with the poison of serpents of the dust. The sword shall destroy outside, there shall be terror within. For the young man and the virgin, the nursing child with the man of gray hairs, I will have said, I will dash them in pieces. I will make memory of them to cease from amongst men. Yeah, man, because the serpents of the dust, because Nakash, Nashish means serpent, snake in the Hebrew, man, means divination, practicing witchcraft, man. And that's what Esau is, man. Esau's a fucking sorcerer, man. Hollywood, everything's sorcery. That's why he believes in magic and everything's called a star. He gives stars to you and your children, calls movie stars, everything. Fuck this fucking queendom, man. It says, I had not feared the wrath of the enemy, lest the adversary should misunderstood, lest they should say, our hand is high, and it's not. The Most High has done all this. For they are a nation void of counsel. Yeah, man. Fucking Jake is lost, man. Nor is there any understanding in them. Oh, that they were wise, that they understood this, that they will consider their latter end. How could one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to flight, unless the rock had sold them, and the Most High has surrendered them? For there, the rock is not like our rock, even our enemies themselves being judges. For their vine is of the vine of Sodom and of the fields of Gomorrah. Their grapes are grapes of Gal, their clusters are bitter. Their wine is the poison of serpents, and the cruel venom of cobras. This is not laid up in the store with me, sealed up amongst my treasure. Vengeance is mine, every recompense their foot shall slip in due time. For the day of their calamity is at hand, and the things to come hasten upon them. I'm going to stop it right there for a minute, man. See, the only reason why the rule always is protected, you know. He gave us over to these fucking devils, man, because we disrespected, man. You see, that's what 2 put 10,000 flight. See, that the Israelites, man, we're deep, man. So how could it be these gutter rats, man? This is fucking BS, man. But let's proceed. For the Most High will judge his people and have compassion on his servant. When he sees that their power is gone and there is no one remain bond or free, he will say, where are their gods, the rock in which they sought refuge, who ate the fat of their sacrifices and drank the wine of their drink offerings, and let them rise and help you and be your refuge. Now see that I, even I, he, and there is no Elohim beside me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal, nor is there any who can deliver from my hand. For I raise my hand to the shamans and say, as I live forever, if I wet my glittering sword and my hand takes hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies and repay those who hate me. I will make my arrow drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh, with the blood of the slain and the captives. From the heads of the leaders of the enemy, rejoice, O Gentiles, with his people. For he will avenge the blood of his servants and render vengeance to his adversary. He will provide atonement for his land and his people. Well, I'm going to stop it there real quick, man. Basically, man, like right now, for example, man, where are you somewhere, Christian, Catholic, Muslim? You guys don't even have answers, like I said to you, for your congregation, man. Jake, man, you're done, man. You know what I'm saying? And I say he's coming, man. He's coming with the sword, man. So Moses came with Joshua, the son of Nun, and spoke all the words of this song in the hearing of the people. Moses finished speaking all these words to all Joshua, and he said to them, set your hearts on all the words which I testified among you today, which you shall command your children to be careful to observe all the words of this law. For it is not a futile thing for you, because it is your life, and by this word you shall prolong your days in the land which you crossed over to possess. See, man, Moses told us, man, that this was going to happen to us, man. And then it says Moses died on Mount Nebo. Then the Most High spoke to Moses that very same day, saying, go up to this mountain of the Abiram, Mount Nebo, which is in the land of Moab, across from Jericho, view the land of Canaan, which I gave to the children of Israel as a possession, and die on the mountain which you have ascended, and be gathered to your people, just as Aaron your brother died on Mount Hor, and was gathered to his people, because you trespassed against me amongst the children of Israel at the waters of Meribah, Kadesh, in the wilderness of sin, because you did not hallow me in the midst of the children of the Most High. Yet you shall see the land before you, though you shall not go there into the land which I am giving to the children of Israel. See, man, our forefathers, man, caused Moses, man, to not, to err, man, and he didn't make it to the promised land. And he used to always step up for us, man, because Jake loves killing the prophets, man. Moses' final blessing on Joshua, like here it goes, all right. Now this is the blessing in which Moses, the man of Yahweh, blessed the children of Israel before his death. He said, the Most High came from Sinai and dawned on them from Seir. He showed forth from Mount Paran, and he came with 10,000s of saints. From his right hand came a fiery law for them. Yes, he loves the people. All his saints are in your hand. They sit down at your feet. Everyone receives your word. Moses commanded a law for the heritage of the congregation of Jacob, and he was king in Jeshurun. When the leaders of people were gathered, all the tribes of Israel together. Let Reuben live and not die, nor let his men be few. And this he said of Judah, hear, Lord, the voice of Judah, and bring him to his people. Let his hands be sufficient for him, and may you help against his enemies. And Levi, he said, let your Thummim and your Urim be with your Holy One, whom you tested at Massah, and with whom you contended at the waters of Meribah, who says of his father and mother, I have not seen them, nor did he acknowledge his brothers, or know his own children, for they have observed your word and kept your covenant. They shall teach Jacob your judgment, and Israel your law. They shall put incense before you, and a whole burnt sacrifice on your altar. Bless his substance, Yahweh, and accept the works of his hands. Strike the loins of those who rise against him, and of those who hate him, that they rise not again. Of Benjamin he said, the beloved of the Most High shall dwell in safety by him, who shelters him all day long, and he shall dwell between his shoulders. And as of Joseph he said, blessed are the Elohim is his land, with the precious things of the heaven, with the dew and the dip lying beneath, with the precious fruits of the sun, with the precious produce of the months, with the best things of the ancient mountains, with the precious things of everlasting hills, with the precious things of the earth and fullness, and the favor of him who dwells in the bush. Let the blessings come on the head of Joseph, and on the crown of the head of him who was separated from his brothers. His glory is like a firstborn bull, for his horn like the horns of a wild ox. Together with them he shall push the people to the ends of the earth. They are 10,000s of Ephraim, and they are 10,000 of Manasseh. And of Zebulun he said, rejoice, Zebulun, in your going out, and Issachar in your tents. They shall call the people to the mountain, that they shall offer sacrifices of righteousness, for they shall partake of the abundance of the seeds and of the treasures hidden in the sand. And of Gad he said, blessed is he who enlarges Gad. He dwells as a lion, and tears the arm and the crown of his head. He provides the first part for himself, because of lawgivers' portions was preserved there. He came with the heads of the people. He administered the justice of Yahweh Elohim and his judgment with Israel. And of Dan he said, Dan is a lion's whelp, he shall leap from Bashan. And of Naphtali he said, Naphtali, satisfied with favor and full of blessings of the Most High, possess the west and the south. And of Asher he said, Asher is blessed of sons. Let him favor by his brothers, and let him dip his foot in oil. Your sandals shall be like iron bronze, as your days, so shall your drink be. There is no one like Yahweh Elohim of Jeshurun, who rides the Shamayans to help you, and in his excellency on the clouds, on the chariot. See, the eternal Elohim is your refuge. The underneath are the everlasting arms. He will thrust out the enemies from before you, and will say, destroy. Then Israel shall dwell in safety in the fountains of Jacob alone, in the land of grain and new wind. His heavens shall also drop dew happily. Happy are you, O Yasharallah, who is like you, a people saved by the Most High, the shield of your help and the sword of your majesty. Your enemies shall submit to you, and you shall tread down your high places. All right, man, and now that's the basis of Moses. Now chapter 30, the last chapter in Deuteronomy 34, Moses dies on Mount Nebo. Then Moses went up from the plains of Moab to Mount Nebo, to the top of Pisgah, which is across from Jericho. And the Most High showed him all the land of Gilead, and as far as Dan, all the Naphtali, and the land of Ephraim, Manasseh, all the land of Judah, as far as the western sea, the south, and the plains of the valley of Jericho, the city of palm trees, as far as Zoar. Then the Most High said to him, this is the land which I swore to give Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, saying, I will give it to your descendants. I have caused you to see it with your eyes, but you shall not cross over there. So Moses, the servant of Yahweh Elohim, died there in the land of Moab, according to the words of the Most High. Then they buried him in a valley in the land of Moab, opposite, and he buried him in the valley of Moab, in the land of Moab, opposite of Beth Peor. But no one knows his grave to this day. Moses was 120 years old when he died. His eyes were not dim, nor his natural vigor diminished. And the children of Yasharallah wept for Moses in the plains of Moab 30 days. So the days of weeping and mourning for Moses ended. Now Joshua the son of Nun was full of the spirit of wisdom for Moses, and had laid his hands on him. So the children of Yasharallah heeded him, and did as the Most High commanded Moses. But since then there has not arisen in Israel a prophet like Moses, from the Lord knew face to face in all the signs and wonders which the Most High sent him to do in the land of Egypt, before Pharaoh, before all his servants, and all in his land, and by all that mighty power and all the great terror which Moses performed in the sight of Yasharallah. Now, I hope this was edifying, family. See, that's why we have our backs against the fence, and the tree of life is right before us. So make a choice, man. Life, what I'm saying, become a holy nation, fulfill your destiny, or plunder with fucking divination, practicing sorcery, abomination, Babylon, man. And on that note, shalom.